Hello, it's me, Rich Face, back again for my life, my way, my face buried in a book. And it's currently like 11 o'clock at night. And I just finished reading another book on my Kindle. And I couldn't bear the thought of having to wait until the morning to make a video. So I figured I would make one tonight and then post it tomorrow when I wake up. So what did I read? I'm not surprised that I finished it in one setting because I honestly love the author. Like, her books got me out of a reading slump years ago, and they are books that I go back to whenever I'm in a reading slump because her world is just amazing and I love it, and this one is no exception. So I read Fake by Kylie Scott, and oh my goodness. So it's set in West Hollywood. So it's a West Hollywood story. Famous guy, normal girl. What's more? What more do you need, really? Like, what normal girl doesn't want to end up? Let's just put it this way. Blurb says it all. Famous boy, normal girl, publicity stunt, fake relationship. Do we need to know any more than that to know that it's everything we ever needed? Like, Patrick and Nora, can we just, oh my goodness. I have so much respect for Nora as a character, like for her strength of will, her own development, how she is who she is, her commitment to her family, her humor. Just perfection in a woman's character, really. And then you have Patrick, who is this strong and silent and really, I don't want to say exclusive and I don't want to say reclusive, but very private person for a celebrity, which I guess when you think about it, most celebrities do keep their private lives pretty private for a reason. So it was nice to sort of see that. Oh my goodness. And the women that he surrounds himself with, like to have a female manager and an assistant and everyone like that, to be surrounded by, for the male celebrity and the male lead in the book to be surrounded by so many strong female characters who are all standalones is just fantastic. I will say, Cole and Jack, can they have a spin-off? Like, I'd like to see what happens when you try and pair them up. Not together, obviously. Well, together could work too. But what would happen when you try and pair them with their respective partners? Because that would be a really interesting, like, side story, like, and diving more into Jack's story with his dad. Sign me up. I would read those in a heartbeat. Like, and as much as the character of Liv and Grant drove me mental. Oh my god, I've never wanted to smack somebody as badly as I wanted to smack Liv. It's that simple. I wanted to hit her so badly, like, not a little. I wanted to hit her very, very, very hard. Very, very, very hard. I know I shouldn't. I know that's bad. I should be nicer as a human being. I'm not nice. Don't get in the way of my characters. That really bugs me. I like my characters. I like them developing in a certain way. I really like that this was 280 pages, I think. Off the top of my head, it's between the 200-300 mark. And it has a reading time on Kindle of like 4.5 hours. Now I started at like 8 o'clock, I think, 8:30, and it's 11 o'clock. I didn't get up to go to the bathroom. I didn't get up to take a drink. I didn't get up to eat anything. I've literally sat in like 6 positions on my bed reading this book because it is exactly what I needed tonight. Just something to get me out of a reading funk. Like, I read for nearly 4 days straight at the start of this week and then went into a funk because I was like, I don't know what I want to read next. So I went back to an author that I know I love and that I absolutely adore her books and her characters. And even when she threw hurdles or a challenge or an obstacle, let's put it as an obstacle in our characters' lives, like as much as that, I was like, no, I don't like this part of the book. I was like, but there has to be a reason. And everything she did, it moved the story along. Nothing was rushed, nothing was forced, everything moved along exactly how it should have moved, and it all seemed to flow very naturally. Also, can I just point out another Australian author? Like, how amazing are our Aussie authors at the moment? Like, yes, I have 5 of Kylie Scott paperbacks on my shelf already. So this one will be moving from the Kindle to the paperback very soon because I will need to get that. But yes, just so it is an 18s plus because it does have some spice content to it. Probably going to get sick of me with my spicy little Kindle reads. Let's just put it this way. If I ever start a book review off and say, now on my Kindle, pretty safe guess that anything I'm reading on my Kindle is 18 plus, so not for children. Also, sometimes I think that the 18 plus is like not even, it should be higher than that, because sometimes I'm like, no, this is a little bit more mature than even 18 plus should be reading. But this is just 18 plus, a good introduction to wanting to read some romance with a little bit of spice. Which, you know what? Who doesn't want romance with just a little bit of spice? Especially when it is celebrity bad boy with a bad reputation because of a mistake that was made. Like, so, however, like, we've all got our favourite celebrities, do we not? It's bad. Like, I know that this is how the character of Patrick was depicted. Let's be honest, if I'm being honest. Like, this is one of those books where you put yourself in the role. Like, you become the female character. The character of Patrick becomes the celebrity that you are, that you would like to have find you in the restaurant you're working in and visit every time he was in town, and you want to be the girl that he says, yes, you're going to come and you're going to be my fake girlfriend for the next 6 months. My live-in fake girlfriend. Because that's an important point. Not just fake girlfriend, live-in. You already know. It's going to get complicated. It's going to get intense. And it did. And I love that with every introduction of a new character and somebody else trying to put an input in, Nora remains true to who she is. She doesn't change herself for him. She doesn't change herself for Hollywood. She remains true to herself. Granted, she, as she puts it, they make her a little shinier. Wouldn't complain with that. I don't think any girl would complain with that. Free makeover? Yes, please. But I love that she still remained strong-willed. I love that his family and her family both knew enough to grill them on the important details and like push them just enough to be like, hey, at the end of the day, we're going to check that our son's okay and my granddaughter's okay. And that was amazing. So yes, I highly recommend giving Fake a read. Kylie Scott. anything by Kylie Scott. I haven't found one book of hers that I don't like, that I don't read in one sitting. So she's an instant buy for me as an author. Instant buy, like no hesitation. Anything she's got coming out, I will pre-order, I will download, I will do whatever it takes for this author, because I don't think she gets enough hype. So she is one of my favorites, has been since I found Lick, the first in the Stage Dive series. So I'm gonna have to do a whole thing on them, even though I read them ages ago, but I will do another one, because those are 4 books that you have to read, and you should really read them in like a setting, in a sitting of like one day, just one after the other. But I'm going to finish up now and just say, Fake, the celebrity, the male celebrity and the normal girl, such a nice love story, such a nice romance, just enough spice to keep it interesting, but all the heart you'd ever need to keep you going. So yeah, really like it. I know, I think I tried to add a little more detail on characters and where it was set, and tried to give away a little bit more of the blurb. Like I said, I am learning with book reviews. I can talk about them for hours on end, but yeah, so highly recommend. It's a nice little little change from the normal bad boy trope that I have been reading, because whilst he does have a bad reputation, I don't think he's a bad boy. I think he's just in the fame spotlight, so, which is an interesting take on a romance with a little bit of spice. But yeah, give it a read, let me know what you think. All right, I will see you next time. Bye.